A sultan for the 21st century. President Erdogan has redefined Turkey in his image, fusing piety, power and paranoia. Bringing religion to the heart of government, projecting strength on the world stage, and brutally repressing his critics at home, arresting anyone who dares to defy him. Now he enters a third decade in power, a role model for aspiring autocrats the world over. Erdogan's politics are all about symbolism. Case in point, his Ottoman-inspired Çamlıca Mosque, towering over Istanbul, the biggest in Turkey. The 4 minarets, 107.1 meters high precisely, signify the defeat of the Imperial Byzantine army by the Seljuk Turks in, you guessed it, 1071. Like another strongman you might know, Russia's Vladimir Putin, Erdogan weaponizes the past to justify the present, rummaging through Ottoman history to bolster Turkish nationalism with a heavy dose of Islam.
Sayın Cumhurbaşkanımız,
our dear President, he is a leader who is also a Muslim. As a leader, he does not act like a Muslim for show, but lives it in every step of his life.
Pious power ironclad in another symbol of strength. This one is military might. The Bayraktar drone, Turkey's famous export, has become prolific on battlefields around the world, especially Ukraine. Cheap and effective at $5 million a pop, it is a killing machine that's become a symbol of national pride. Projecting himself as the defender of the nation, Erdogan championed its production throughout the election.
This is our president's signature.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
And it's here as well?
Yes.
They're very important, aren't they? I mean, they helped him get re-elected this time round.
I wouldn't just say the drones helped him get re-elected. You know, not just the drones, but it was part of the national defense.
But it's an important part.
The national defense initiative that, you know, that Turkey has built over the course of 20 years has helped a lot, I think, yes.
And it helped him. That's why he signed this drone, right? He's saying thank you. Selçuk Bayraktar isn't just a Turkish entrepreneur with an Ivy League education. He also happens to be the president's son-in-law and is often mentioned as a possible successor. His factory primarily makes deadly drones, but he prefers to call it a campus. With its manicured hedges, basketball courts, playgrounds and hipster vibe, it has the feel of Silicon Valley or a university. But there's no First Amendment in this country, and young people like Atakan, Asli and Burak, who attend an actual university, have their voices stifled.
In Turkey, we always say one-man regime, because Erdogan can do anything he wants with just one word. In university, in Boğaziçi University, we see that, we live that.
Are you free to express your opinions at university, or do you feel that if you do so, you might get into trouble?
Both. So I do express my opinions, but I also know that I might get into trouble.
Do you expect to get into trouble?
Sometimes, but I think
and what does trouble mean?
Trouble means, I don't know, disciplinary action, or like...
Arrest?
Might be like disciplinary action within the university.
Let me ask you this. So we've spoken to a lot of young people in this country, students, and they are saying this country is no longer free. We cannot say what we think. You know, at universities, we're being told to shut up. What do you say to those young people who are so disappointed in your father-in-law's government?
If you look at it from the freedom of speech view,
yeah.
I lived in the States as well.
Yeah.
You know, I know what freedom of speech is in American terms.
Sure.
If you compare even to United States terms, we are even much freer than United States.
That's not true. That is just not true.
Well,
you don't get locked up in America for an opinion.
Look. You don't get locked up here either.
But the reality is that you can get locked up for voicing the wrong opinion. And hundreds of journalists, academics and judges have been. Take this, a commotion in the main shopping district of Istanbul. Turns out a small, peaceful protest to mark the 10th anniversary of Gezi Park, another peaceful protest which was brutally put down, is met here with a phalanx of police, clad in body armour. Here the government's piety and power meet paranoia. This is a president who wants his people to fear him, especially perhaps since 48% of the country voted against him in the last election. There is a young and defiant generation here who believe that the future of Turkey belongs to them and it's democratic.
I always have hope about the future, but it won't be easy. Like maybe some of us will be arrested, maybe locked up.
Are you prepared to take that risk?
There's nothing to that. It is what it is. If I had to, I will, because I cannot give up. Because we are not lost yet.